A guilty verdict tonight for the man accused in the Boston Marathon bombings, and local runners who were in Boston on that day are clear on how he should be punished.
I don't think we ought to let him off. I think he should be executed.
And at 11 o'clock, good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Gianola, and State has the evening off. Tsarnaev showed little emotion as the word guilty was repeated over and over 30 times in the courtroom for each count. Tsarnaev's lawyers admitted he participated in the bombings, but they blamed his brother for the deadly attacks. Tsarnaev now faces life in prison or the death penalty. Well, Chris Holmstrom takes us beyond the headlines with reaction from Northwest runners who were in Boston when those bombs exploded that day. Chris?
Yeah, Jeff, this is a story that touched America. And here in the Northwest, several runners were a part of the marathon. Even though it's been 2 years since the tragedy, they are still affected mentally and physically.
It was the 2013 Boston Marathon. Bill Iffrig from Seattle was just 20 feet from the finish line when the explosion knocked him to the ground.
What in the world is going on here? What is that? It was just so loud.
The Washington man quickly became the face of the bombings. This image even graced the cover of Sports Illustrated. Today, he still has a torn muscle in his leg, and his hearing is poor as a result of the explosions.
I don't dwell on it too much now.
But it still haunts others.
It was unbelievable. I'm still in shock that it ever happened.
Melissa Fryback from Portland was also running the marathon. She says while it's still fresh in her memory, today's guilty ruling helps bring closure.
It's about the families and the victims and healing. So I'm actually very happy we're done with this phase. We will go ahead, we will overcome it, and we will continue to do and pursue the things that matter to us.
For Bill, he says he hasn't been following the now convicted bomber's trial, but he does have a strong opinion about the man's punishment.
I don't think we ought to let him off. I think he should be executed.
And sentencing could begin as early as Monday for the man connected to the Boston Marathon bombing. The jury will decide whether he should be sentenced to death or receive life in prison. Jeff, back to you.
Chris, thank you.